Okay, welcome to the Week 1 DraftKings pod. I am your host, Kyle Daly. It is a solo venture today. Joe was really busy this week and wasn't able to make it. There is some skepticism as to whether or not that has anything to do with his, let me just check here, 16th place finish or not, or maybe he was really busy. I guess we'll never know. I think what we do know is that if he had been in first place, we might be doing this on the College Summit. I had to think of their name. College Summit Zoom account instead. So I'm going to go over the DraftKings lineups. Congrats to Jack for eking out a win against me. I say eking out. He beat me by 12. Good lineup. So I'm going to go over the lineups, and I'm also going to give my overview of the week to start out. So we'll start out with that. Of course, since it's me, there's no organization here, just going off the dome. But yeah, going into the week, really tough week because of the amount of decisions that had to be made. Due to the pricing, as we know, is pretty cheap across the board. So many good plays, and that made the decisions hard because you just have to, in order to play one person, you have to fade somebody who you're really fucking scared of fading. For me, the person that I was the most scared of fading was Puka. I really wanted to fit him in, but it was just kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, that was the week. I think, like I said in the chat, if you didn't play Igbokwe, I do think you're bad at that price, knowing the situation with the Buccaneers and the amount of targets that he was going to get. I mean, there was just no doubt that he was going to be a huge part of the offense, and it's just a good offensive situation as a whole. With Baker, you know that they go to their main wideouts, and they really had nobody else. So good game environment as well. It was really a no-brainer. That was one of the plays that I really didn't think twice about, and then we'll get into my thoughts on the rest of my lineup. But first, let's start with Jack and go over his lineup. My first reaction when I saw Jack's lineup was, yeah, this was definitely made by some sort of AI robot for sure. Definitely some sort of being, non-human being other than Jack. Yeah, this, I mean, congratulations. You got the win, or your AI guy got the win. But this definitely was not a hand-built lineup. There was a lot of assistance here. And, not to take anything away. Hey, we all have the same tools at our disposal. And he submitted, something that won. Nobody really crushed it this week, probably because of the just infinite number of combinations that were possible. I was watching the Gilcast, and I think Davis scored 114. I always outscore Davis. I need to start sending him head-to-heads. And then I think there was like a 124 and a 128. So they were right there with us, but that was their cash game lineup. That wasn't tournament. And as you know, with our deal, it's kind of hybrid cash / tournament, but it's a little bit more of a tournament, than cash because it only pays out top two. So, yeah, good robot lineup. Jack, doesn't really, lacks a little bit of soul, but it got the job done. Let's take a look. Jaden Daniels, pretty good play, not the best. And I mean, I guess when you have the money and you have to decide where you're going to spend it, and that's where he did. He only got 20 points. It was a pretty mid performance for him, relatively speaking. A-Chain, I thought there were a lot of question marks around Miami. It wasn't really a consideration for me. Chase Brown. I just want somebody who catches more passes. So that one, I don't know. I mean, looking at this lineup, I mean, it was definitely spit out by a computer, but I mean, it's not that nice either. I don't know. All right, well, congrats on getting lucky, Jack. You're not that good. Okay, on to me. So, yeah, with my lineup, I mean, first of all, y'all are idiots for not playing McCaffrey. I mean, everybody fucking knew as soon as he was in the game that they weren't going to limit his workload when he's in the fucking game, when he's healthy. And deep down inside, you as a human being, you know this. When he's in the fucking game, like, they're not going to somehow put him on a quote-unquote pitch count or anything like that. So given that we know that, he was a must-play at 7,300, which is way too cheap for his volume. And so I was just trying to accumulate volume, really got screwed, as did most people. I was really shocked that 50% played Brian Thomas. I know we're all excited about Brian Thomas, but damn. I thought Igbuka, like I said in the chat, was going to be like 85%, but I was like, I can't fade him and have everybody else dunk on me, so I got to go along with it. And then he comes out 27%. Giant shocker there. So I had the Lawrence BTJ stack. I mean, it's definitely easy to clown on it now playing Lawrence. I mean, when has he ever done anything? But the game projected well. I mean, I didn't know that Carolina was going to go back to week 1 of last year, Carolina, but they did. And now Carolina and Bryce Young is finished, and they're a joke again. So, yeah, that game wasn't competitive, which really screwed over my Jag stack, which even saying the words Jag stack is pretty funny just to come out of your mouth. I had Kamara in my lineup the entire week. I really wanted to play him, but had to switch to Connor because I was $100 short with the combination that I had found that I really liked. And I was like, I really don't know if there's big enough difference for me to just not play James Conner here. And James Conner ended up outscoring him by 1 point by a miracle. It really was a miracle. My dog just shit on the floor? Hold on. He fucking better not have. God damn it! All right. Fuck. No! Get the fuck. God damn it. Get outside. Oh, okay. God damn it. Alright, well, I mean, he was just outside for like a long time, so I thought he'd be fine. I don't know what, we're still working through it here. Over here, we got new dog situation, almost 3 years old, still doesn't know he doesn't need, can't shit on the floor. We're working through it. He's a great dog other than that. So, anyway, that kind of threw me off. Fuck. Alright, what was I talking about? God, James Conner. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I wanted to play Kamara, but I played James Conner. Malik Neighbors, I don't know. I knew that it wasn't really like a optimal play, but I was just trying to get weird, and I was just trying to gal brain and think like who's going to get a shitload of targets that nobody's going to play. Turns out, fucking damn near as much as Igbuka's start percentage, 16.7. I mean, two other people played him, so I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean, he had a pretty mid to low end game for his standards. Russ, you're a piece of shit. BTJ did absolutely nothing, as the team didn't have to try, as we discussed. Tucker Kraft, great play, scored a touchdown. I had Bowers in my first iteration of this team, but decided to spend my money elsewhere. And then Drake London. I mean, as the week went along, it just became obvious. If you didn't play Drake London, you're also bad. I mean, it was just so obvious he was going to get a shitload of targets. It didn't really work out. Pretty mid-game, 8 for 55, but like, it was just an obvious play. Like, that they were going to. I mean, it's a great game environment. It's fucking in a dome in Atlanta against the Bucks. Like, I mean, this was worst case scenario, and he still had 13.5. I don't really think he gets less than that, in 95% of scoring outcomes. So, overall, I was pretty proud of the lineup, proud to get second, proud to win all of my side bets. Still waiting on a couple of y'all. I'm going to be patient. But you know who you are. Let's take a look at third place, Connor. Now, this is a pretty good line. I looked at this earlier. I like this. I mean, I should have played. Why didn't I play Fields? I mean, seriously. Like, I'm the Fields guy. Like, I'm the one who tells everybody else they're an idiot for not playing Fields. And then I don't play him with McCaffrey like Connor did? I mean, what the fuck was I? How much was he? $54? He was $100 more. I had the money. I could have just played him. I had $100 left. Trevor Lawrence was 53, right? I could have just played him. I had $100. I played Trevor Lawrence over Justin. I mean, yeah, I know. That's just looks so stupid in hindsight, And then I really would have mega smashed. God. But anyway, yeah, good. I don't know. I mean, Connor, I'm sure that this is a bot lineup too, but I mean, I don't know though. This could have been hand built. This is really nice, I like what he did. Chase. Of course, you consider playing Chase because, I mean, everybody had money. But that was kind of my thinking, is that, like, I'm going to pivot away from Chase and just get a lot of guys in the next tier and try to get a bunch of guys who are just going to, like, rack up a shitload of targets below the Chase tier, because I just figured that everybody would play Chase, and he was, 40% owned. So he was pretty heavily owned. And if I would have played him, it would have been, 46 or whatever, 45. So, yeah, I mean, everybody had the money to play Chase if they wanted to. I just thought that you don't really win like the only way you really lose by not playing Chase is if he absolutely blows up. So I just tried to fade it and go against the crowd there. But still, obviously a good play. McMillan I liked, had him in the lineup most of the week, took him out late. Diggs was kind of a Galbrain play, but you got to have something like that in there. God, I can't believe it was only me and Connor that played CMC. I mean, y'all are just so stuck to your priors that it's fuck. You know, you just don't want to see me succeed. That's what it is. Y'all just don't want to see my DOSD team go back to the promised land where it belongs, and that's why you didn't play McCaffrey, and that's why you're having to send me Venmo money right now. So you're kind of your own worst enemy, because CMC is the fucking man and is going to smash all year. Juwan Jennings, weird play. He was hurt going into the week. I don't know about that. I mean, although he was really cheap, 4,900, but he could have played. He didn't play Buka. He could have played at Buka. Oh man, dude, you would have fucking mega smashed. Yeah, you would have destroyed everybody if you played at Buka. Too bad. I mean, I don't know how you play Jennings over Ibuka there. I mean, unless you just think like me. Maybe he was thinking just like me, like he was going to be 85% owned. I don't know. Or maybe, just the computer spit out the lineup and he typed it in. Okay. Let's just scroll down to the bottom here. I'm looking at the very, very bottom. And I see a user named CrippyMike1. Let's take a look at this lineup. T-Law, okay. I like your thought. We're on the same wavelength. You got the BTJ stack, obviously didn't work. Man, I am seeing a lot of snowflakes on this line. Ooh, this is the Home Alone GIF in website form. Okay. So we got Kenneth Walker. I mean, everybody fucking knew Kenneth Walker was a stay away. I mean, they were drafting Charbonnet in like the 8th round. Like, everybody knew that was terrible. Tyrone Tracy, I mean, I get, but you're playing a non-receiving running back on the Giants, who are going to get the living shit kicked out of them by Washington. Road game. There's a reason why. I can tell this is a hand-built lineup because it's very LEL and not thought through. And so, on one hand you have Jack, whose lineup was spit out by a computer and he typed it in and he has his AI bot lineup. And then you have Sam, who he got last place, but he also has the dignity of being able to say, well, I hand built that lineup and it was all for me. So at the end of the day, who has more dignity? Yeah, probably Jack. Still on that one. This is a pretty sad lineup. So we got Kenneth Walker, we got Tracy Golden. I mean, fine, I guess, if he hits, but you could have just fucking played Ibuka. Neighbors, okay. So he had all my bad plays plus a lot of other bad plays that were really bad. Okay. Brenton Strange, okay, if you really want. But see, you didn't even need to go down to 3,300. I mean, and it worked out. He was, it was fine. 4 for 59. That's perfectly fine for a 3,300 tight end. He made a lot of sacrifices to get up to Jahmyr Gibbs, 7,700. Now, I mean, that's fine. You're trying to pivot against the Jamar Chase players and go to something different. I can kind of see where you're going there, but I can't. Tyrone Tracy and Kenneth Walker is indefensible. That seems to me like one of those Johnny plays where it's like, you put the lineup together and then you have 2 open slots and then you just put whoever fits in there dollar-wise. That's not how you build the lineup, Sam. Bad lineup, shitter lineup. Probably was literally taking a shit on his phone when he made it. C_C3, Colby. We love to see you in these contests, Colby. You come back any week. You're doing great, buddy. So, Colby with 77 points. 1 more point than Sam. Bo Nix, left field, out of left field play, but sure, okay. I mean, I don't think it's terrible if you want to just get weird. Now, you definitely want to differentiate yourself, so like, you want to have some plays where you're going against the grain, oh, I didn't think about that. That's a sneaky good play, whatever. But when your whole lineup is 5.6%, which means you're the only person who played them, everybody in his lineup was 5.6% besides 3 that were 11.1, which means there was only one other stupid person who played that person. When your lineup is that much different than everybody else's, you're just playing bad and it's a bad lineup. So let's look at this bad lineup. So Josh Jacobs. I mean, this is just like, I just put together my fantasy team, and it's just like these are the guys that I want to do good, I think. I mean, which is great. It's a very high T way to do it. I don't, and maybe it'll work, one of these weeks, but this is a very elementary, like, high schooler, just plays all the guys that are on his fantasy team type lineup, and it's cute. Yeah, good job, Colby. We love having you come back next week. Okay. Third from the bottom, 3 more points than Colby. I'm looking at a username, Joseph Euler 123. Let's take a look at this bad lineup. I actually did at the beginning of the slate compliment Joe for the the Lawrence double stack, which I did consider, and I still don't think it's bad. He played James Conner like me, and Chase Brown, whatever. I think he's great to have on your fantasy team. I don't know about your DraftKings team. I mean, there's just other guys who catch more passes. I mean, and Chase, like I mentioned, my reasoning against playing him. See, this is where, and Joe and Andy, I swear to God, they fucking they cuddle in bed at night and talk about their lineups, and they coordinate who they're gonna play. Because they do the same type of shit, and I swear they're whispering into each other's ear in bed, I think. But Jatavian Sanders out of left field, it's that's the kind of play that you make in week 10 when the pricing is really tight and you just need the fucking money, and it's I gotta play Jatavian Sanders because otherwise I'm not gonna play anybody good. But when the pricing is wide open and you can play whoever you want, you don't play Jatavian Sanders. I'm sorry. There's just no reason for it. I mean, and Tony Pollard, against the Denver defense, who's everybody knows is one of the best defenses in the league. This was always going to be a low-scoring game. Anybody who knows anything about ball knew that was going to be a low-scoring game. You're at Denver on the road, first game of the year against one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best, and you play their running back. I mean, you kind of reap what you sow here. Bad lineup. Let's move on. Andy Euler. See what I'm talking about here? Look, they always fucking finish the same, too. It's they're always next to each other in the standings. It's fucking weird. Okay. So, Andy decides to do the Burrow Chase stack. and that gets a combined 13 points. Starting off not great. That would be what I would consider not ideal. But you know, if it does hit, then 40% of the league gets it too, and you still don't win. So there's that. A-Chain, you know, dealing with an injury, very suspect Miami team on the road again for first game of the year. We're playing Indy, but I'm pretty sure Indy doesn't have a bad defense at all. Chase Brown, for some reason, everybody fucking, all the losers played Chase Brown. I don't know. And then, you gotta be, I mean, seriously, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, how fucking cute do you think you are, Andy? I mean, how fucking cute. Do you really think you're that much smarter than everybody that you can play Marquez Valdez-Scantling in DraftKings and think that, like, you're gonna fucking Galbrain us with that bullshit? Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Who does he even play for? Does he play for San Francisco or Seattle? Hold on. Okay, so he plays for San Francisco now. This is throwing me off. MVS. You played MVS, dude, in week 1 in a wide open week where you could play anybody. The most soft pricing you're going to see all year, and you played MVS. Why? For what reason? And he wasn't even that cheap. It's not like he was $2,500. He was $3,800. I mean, well, I think like 3,000 is the lowest that a wide receiver would go. But like, I mean, still, what on earth gave you the idea? I mean, you didn't. Okay. So the Niners are thin at wideout. Does that mean that you Galbrain your whole fucking lineup and base it on MVS? I mean, first of all, MVS is bad, like really bad, and they probably just signed him like 3 days ago. So like, what in the living fuck? Like, I mean, it really, I mean, it's just kind of gross. Like, you just think that like you're that fucking much smarter than everybody that you can just play MVS and somehow Galbrain your way to the top. Yeah, it didn't work. You got 15th. The other plays were fine. It's just, there's just no reason for that. I don't know. Anyway, Dean's Gay was after that. He beat all y'all losers' asses. Y'all got beat by Dean's Gay playing Kyler Murray and the Cardinals D. Cardinals D. He played. This is 20. And he was 22% out. Who else played the Cardinals D? Goddamn it. Or did any of the other losers play? Hold on. Oh, Joe did. What an idiot. Oh my god. And fucking Sam. I didn't even notice this until now. I didn't even look at the defense. Cardinals D for $3,500 DraftKings dollars. $3,500. Cardinals. Oh yeah, they're playing Spencer Rattler in New Orleans, so I'm gonna pay up to $3,500 for defense. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I gotta play MVS so I can fit in the Cardinals team. Oh my god, y'all are losers. Oh god. So yeah, Dean's Gay still beat y'all's ass. Tucker Kraft, Bucky Irving, yeah, just whatever, some shitter lineup. Anybody else I want to mention here? I always like looking at Johnny's lineup. Kenneth Walker. I don't know. Yeah, I think he and Jack share a fucking solver or something. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much... Who is A. Jones? Whoever that is, I don't know who you are, A. Jones 3230, but I love your style, man. Hey, come back any week. We'd love to have you. You can come back anytime. You are invited. If you need the link, feel free to text me directly. I will send it to you promptly. All right. I think that's pretty much it for me. I decided, fuck it. I'm just going to go over these recent DUSD trades while I'm at it. I'm going to do it real quick because, I mean, I'll just see if there's anything just within the last 30 days. Anything to really mention here, but JMO on a first for MHJ. That's looking like a win for the Zack Attack side. MHJ at this point, he had a pretty good week, so we'll see on that, but it's looking like it's going to be a low-end first next year. And yes, it is an expensive contract, but still, I think that's probably a win for MHJ. Let's see, Kyron Williams for Tyreek Hill in a second, and Jalen Royals, if you want to count that. I don't know. They all suck. Doesn't matter. Okay. 27 first and second for JMO. That's definitely a win for the pick side. Justin Jefferson. Well, I don't even really need to see the rest, but Justin Jefferson in a second for Nico Collins, Rome, and Khalil Shakir. Yeah, definitely give me the Jefferson side there. Good job, Austin. Once again, Spencer with the L. LEL, Chuba Hubbard and Marvin Mims for 2 seconds and a third. Yeah, I think that's fine for both sides. Anthony Richardson for free. That's an L for Charlie for sure. Finally, Spencer wins one when he gets literally nothing in return. That's the only trade that he wins. I gave up a third for Will Shipley. That's looking like a big L, but who knows? Still could come back around. Swapped first rounders with DEI Darlings. Obviously, that's a giant win for me. That's a 27 swap of first rounders. And there's no doubt that that's going to pay off huge for me. And then I swapped 27 seconds with the process. So we'll see how that turns out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, not make it too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this solo version of the Week 1 DraftKings podcast.